In the personal story segment tonight, the battle lines are being drawn for the November elections. Take a look at a Nevada Republican Senate candidate, Sharon Engel's latest ad attacking the liberal establishment in Washington.
I'm Sharon Engel, and I approve this message.
It may be the most tragic love story of our time. Pelosi, Obama, and Harry Reid. Together, they promised to change America. And boy, did they. Taxpayer-funded bailouts for Wall Street, a $787 billion stimulus that failed, and spending so reckless it's led to record deficits and skyrocketing unemployment. They say you can't buy love, but we've certainly paid a heavy price.
And here's how Harry Reid is fighting back.
What do you call a candidate who says the way things are going, the time may be coming for Second Amendment remedies, an armed response to our government? Who says a teenage rape victim should be forced to have the baby? Who proposed a Scientology massage program for prisoners? And who says that Medicare and Social Security violate the Ten Commandments? What do you call that candidate? Extreme. Sharon Engel, just too extreme.
I'm Harry Reid, and I approve this message.
With us now is Democratic strategist Tara Dowdo, and from Washington, Penny Lee, a former advisor to Harry Reid. Now, I've got to start with you, Penny, since you're the Reid person on the program.
Sure.
What do you make of what's happening down there? Because in the beginning, everyone thought Sharon Engel, the lead, was pretty vast for her. Then things kind of settled down. Now it's within the margin of error, and you got these two, I think, both kind of clever ads out at the same time. What's your take?
What you're seeing now is the truth about Sharon Engel, and what worked for her in the primary. Some of her core basic beliefs are just simply too extreme in the general election. And the more that people are understanding and seeing what she really is about, the fact that she wants to eliminate Social Security, the fact that she wants to eliminate the Department of Education, and all of these other extreme views, when people are starting to focus on it and realizing what she really stands for, they're saying absolutely no way.
Are you still working for Reid? I mean, come on, you got to be still.
No.
I'm just teasing you. I'm just teasing you. Well, I mean, look, it's
I still believe in him, and I still strongly support him.
Well, the Senate Majority Leader, Tara, I'll go to you on this. He's the Senate Majority Leader, and this race is within the margin of error, a couple points. And I mean, that's not a good situation. He has all the name ID. He has the national exposure. He has the proximity to hope and change in Washington, and yet it's so close. Why?
Well, first of all, it's actually very close, but Reid was losing by a significant number. He was actually losing handily. Prior to Sharon Engel,
so it's not as bad as it was.
It's not as bad as it was. Prior to Sharon Engel becoming the candidate, Harry Reid was losing to anyone with an R in front of his name. So clearly the momentum's on his side, and Sharon Engel's her own worst enemy.
Do you think that Palin's going to help her hurt in Nevada? She's gonna get in and help her a little bit, I think.
I think that she can help energize far-right conservatives, but I think that she will hurt her because it will serve...
What is a far-right conservative to you?
Sharon Engel.
Be a little more specific. I mean, what percentage of Americans would you think are far right?
I think a small percentage of Americans are on either extreme. Basically, I think most of the country is probably more moderate.
Well, except most of the country right now thinks what's happening in Washington is a disaster. So that actually redounds to the benefit of Sharon Engel. But let's move on to the substance here, because we have the spin and the ads, and I found both ads interesting. But on the substance, a new poll is showing, and Penny, you can go in on this, that on a lot of these issues where Democrats had been doing pretty well over the last few years, especially education, health care, the economy, Social Security, Republicans have made pretty substantial gains. And that's along with, I think, the Pew poll that came out a while ago showing that people identify themselves as conservatives by a 2-to-1 margin, more so than people identify themselves as liberals. What's your analysis of that? Is that still a sign that Harry Reid's message is working?
What we're seeing is just snapshots all over the place. I mean, what these polls are snapshots of the day as to
they're
where
all
people
bad
are.
for the Democrats. They're not snapshots. They're all bad for the Democrats. Every single indicator is bad. And you guys keep going, well, everything's great.
You had Wall Street Journal. You had Wall Street Journal that said that they prefer Democrats. I mean, you have a range of different things, but you have a range of polls that are out there. But the truth of the matter is that the Democrats haven't done necessarily as effective a job as to what they've been able to accomplish. They have kept to their word. They're bringing the troops home in Iraq, which was one of the promises they made from early on. They said they weren't going to.
You really think what Obama is doing is working? Do you think the economy? You both can chime in on this. And Tara, I'll let you get on. Do you think the economy is moving in the right direction? Do you feel that after the GDP today was downgraded half from what the estimate was from April, I believe, to June? to 1.6% measly growth. Do you think it's moving in the right direction?
Absolutely, and let me tell you why. It's not moving as well as any of us would like it to.
Is it moving
the
at
data,
all?
yes, it is, because when President Obama took office, between
We've
July
lost
of 2008,
2.5 million
but
jobs.
between July of 2008 and March of 2009, we lost $10.4 trillion in real estate and stock market wealth. We've recaptured a lot of that. The market's above 10,000. It's not happening
Home
as
sales
quickly.
are down by the biggest percentage.
But that's when
that's
when Obama's stimulus was
15
pulled
years.
back. But that's because Obama's stimulus was
we
pulled
want-
back. When
so
that stimulus was in place,
more
when the home
stimulus?
buyer tax credit was in place, we had 9 months of home sale increases.
You want more? So that's because we paid people to buy homes. That's because we subsidized home ownership.
No, we incentivized
we
developers.
paid people to buy homes, which
We
is
gave
what
them a
got us
tax
into this
credit.
mess
Laura, you're
before.
conservative. I thought you liked tax breaks. We gave them tax credits.
What I think I believe
That was
is
a tax
what
credit.
the majority of Americans believe is that this social engineering, and Penny, you can get in on this. This we're going to transform America. We're going to come in. We're going to do all this stuff that pretty much, as far as I can tell, almost nobody wants them to do. And we're going to hope that if we say it in a different way or call it recovery summer, that the country is going to say, oh, thank you. 9.5% unemployment is wonderful. We love this Obama economy. You can't sell this because it doesn't work, Penny.
But Laura, the hole was deep in which he inherited. And the truth is, I mean, Mark Zandi, who was John McCain's economic advisor, came out and said, without the stimulus funds, we would have lost even more jobs. We would have been at a 14% unemployment.
We have a $12 trillion
So you have to have the facts. And the facts are that what was done was emergency measures that were needed to stabilize this economy. And we are moving it in the right direction. Is it fast enough? Absolutely not.
Right.
But we are not going to have a V-shaped recovery. This is going to be a long and slow and steady recovery.
A lot of economists think this is
recovering.
a long and slow slide downward, and that this century is China's century.
But
that's what most top economists believe.
No,
that
we are
our
making
growth is going to be extremely depleted.
It's going to be our growth is going to be slow, but it's growth nonetheless. Of course, we want it to grow faster. We're Americans, but the reality is the economy was contracting when Obama took office. That's a fact.
And what is it doing now?
And now
really
it's growing.
Well.
It's just not growing quickly.
Well, the American people want something different. I appreciate it, ladies. Both thank you. We didn't get to Michelle Obama. Her popularity is also dropping.